Now's the time to find your color, your paint, and everything to get started during Red, White, and Blue savings at the Home Depot. Transforming your room is easier than ever. With the best deals online and in-store, you can confidently select your color and the tools for your next paint project. Get a colorful new experience and the right paint for the right price. Save $10 on 1 gallon and $40 off 3 and 5 gallons for a limited time only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Limit 25 gallons per household. See store for details.
Hello, Wildcats. It's your boy Kev, just coming at you quicker than Grandpa Bucket as soon as there's something fun to do. That old fucking frog head. But anyways, this here is just a disclaimer to let you know that this is a comedy and crime podcast. So even though we do cover many serious cases and true events, we do like to throw in some dark humor and inappropriate jokes. So if you're not a fan of combining comedy and crime, which we completely understand, then this is not the podcast for you. However, we would like to say thank you for at least checking us out and giving us a chance. And for the rest of you all, and I want to thank you for listening to the best podcast in the entire world. And I want to kiss you, Tulsi Gabbard, you're my new favorite girl, yeah.
Alright, fellas, like we practiced.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4.
Come on down, hanging with the brothers tonight, yeah. Come on down to the Brothers Commonplace tonight.
Oh, and one quick note here. Tooth's mic is kind of fucked up for like the first 10 minutes, so my apologies. Alrighty, welcome everyone to the Brothers Commonplace, a comedy and crime podcast where we cover monsters, murders, mysteries, and more. And before we jump into today's gruesome topic, I want y'all to meet my very best friend.
Come on and ride on a fantastic voyage. Hashtag T-Brocies.
He didn't even say who you were.
I don't even know how the fuck the song goes,
So now
dude.
the listeners have no idea who my best friend is. It'll be a mystery.
Who is this? This is I, Papa Green.
Hey, no, it's fucking not, dude. You're not my dad.
I wish. Anyway, hey, it's Toof. What's up? I don't think I've actually ever listened to that song. Come on and ride on our podcast voyage. Slide, slippity slide.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, what? It's like some song from the 80s or 70s or sometime.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Fantastic Voyage, maybe, by like George Clinton, maybe?
Oh, shit. All right. And it's your boy Kev, a.k.a. The Dirty Dog, or go ahead and call me what they used to call me when I owned this sweet business up in Northeast Ohio where I just gave farm animals haircuts, the Cleveland Calf and Shears.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Don't laugh at that. That's not funny. It didn't even make me laugh coming up with it. I just had nothing.
I'm trying to think of a calf joke, but not the barn animal, the leg.
Oh,
part.
shit. Greg the Leg. Anyways, so today we
Wait,
have...
what the fuck is Greg the Leg?
I think it's from the Adventure Zone podcast. I think there's someone in it named Greg the Leg.
I thought you were talking about Greg Zerline. No, that's not even our kicker. Fuck, I don't know. Whatever.
Alrighty, today we have a pretty fucking gruesome one for you. And before you blame us, this one is a request. It's actually a really interesting case, though. It's a mysterious one, has some pretty messed up stuff in it. So hold on to your B3s, your butts, boobs, and balls, because we are jumping into the murder of Jennifer Cave.
Oh, shit. Jumping into the cave, huh?
Just like fucking Ben, or what was that diver's name?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Except we're gonna come back.
Ago. Oh, come on.
I know, that was I didn't mean that. That was wrong.
So this is a request, huh?
Yes.
From one of our sick fuck listeners, huh?
Yeah. So thank you very
Disturbed.
much for everyone that's been sending us topic suggestions. It's made it a lot easier on me. Now, before we get any further, At the end of the episode, we are going to be doing some Patreon shout-outs, but I do have an update in regards to our Patreon. So for our bonus episodes, if you have signed up for our Patreon for $1 a month or $5, doesn't matter, you get access to our bonus episodes. And we've only been putting up like 2 a month or so, and I apologize for that. But me and Toof, I think we've come up with a way to be able to have one every week. So we have a little schedule that's working for us, and we recorded 2 the other day. So hopefully from here on out, you'll get a bonus episode each week.
And I hope you enjoy it.
And they're not going to be like these full episodes. They're probably going to be, I think yesterday we had a 15-minute and maybe like a 20-minute. So they're going to be between like 15 and 30 minutes. They're not always going to be cases. Sometimes they might just be something that's really interesting to us. The last 2 we recorded that we haven't released yet. Toof's was a kidnapping case on, what was it, Cal Ripken Jr.'s mother?
Yes.
And then mine was about this fighter who is on a 30-fight losing streak currently. So, but yeah, it should be fun. Chances are they'll probably mostly just be me and Toof as of right now because the way the schedule's working out. But hopefully we'll get the other guys on there too. Alrighty, Toof, anything you want to mention before we get into this?
No, I'm locked, stocked, and ready to go.
Alrighty, I like that. So for our main sources, I use the Dateline 2017 documentary, as well as a couple other websites like Statesman.com was one of them, and Austin Chronicle. I think if there's any other different sources, I mention that later. But alrighty, here we go, on to the murder of Jennifer Cave. This case is going to take us to West Campus, which is a neighborhood in central Austin, Texas, where a young woman's body would be discovered on August 18th, 2005. The body belonging to 21-year-old Jennifer Ray Cave. Her body would be found in the apartment of a University of Texas student by the name of Colton Petaniak, and more specifically, her body would be found in his bathtub. And we will get into all the details soon, but trust me, this poor girl's body was not in any decent shape when it was found whatsoever. So we are going to let you know those full details in a little bit.
It's because she was found in the bathtub where he was trying to wash off his fingerprints, right?
Oh, you can wash off your fingerprints, but you can't wash away these sins.
Yeah, you fucking killer.
You son of a bitch.
Wait a minute. So you're giving away the story already?
No, it was in his apartment. That doesn't mean he did it. We'll get there.
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to get there. And this part here is also a bummer, but there wasn't a whole lot of information that I could find on Jennifer. So before I continue on with the case, I do want to mention just a little bit that we could find about her. And sadly, most of this I found from her obituary. Jennifer was born on March 12th, 1984 to Charles and Sharon Cave. She was born in Nueces County, Texas, and she would attend high school in Bishop before moving to Corpus Christi in the year 2000, where she would graduate in 2002 from Carroll High School.
Both of her parents are living, correct?
Yes, although they do later get divorced, I believe. I think so.
Okay, I didn't know if both of her parents were slain outside of an alley somewhere, because then she might have to go to the Bat Cave.
Oh, come on, too.
Yeah, I know. I had to reach around a lot
Damn.
there.
Okay, I really thought you were going for an OJ joke at first.
Oh.
But then it went to Batman.
So, what year did she graduate? It was kind of close to us, wasn't
2002.
it? In the year 2000. In the year 2000.
Now, one source said that she was one of 5 girls in the family. I'm not exactly sure how many siblings that means, because I believe in her obituary it mentioned that she had 2 sisters and a brother, but then the mom later mentioned she had 4 children total. So I don't know if her parents did divorce. Maybe there's like another girl on the other side or something. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure on those details.
Not only is this case a mystery, but so is her fucking family.
Yeah. And now Jennifer, she was a petite redhead with bright blue eyes, and, quote, Jennifer was everybody's favorite. And that was something that her mom would later say in court, that even though it was during like a pretty tragic thing, because it is a court case about the death of her daughter, that did manage to get some of her siblings to laugh and chuckle a little bit.
Okay.
Because they're like, well, she was everyone's...
Did they bring us in?
Imagine that. Like, yeah, we know this is a court case. I'm sorry that your entire family was butchered. Here's the Brothers Commonplace to talk for a couple minutes. And we just come in there.
No one laughs. They're like, here's a picture of that tooth guy's dick.
Hey, have you guys seen
Just-
Joe Dirt 2?
Go back to the dick pic.
And Jennifer, she was also known as being bubbly and being a sweet young woman. And she would soon move over to San Marcos, Texas, so that she could attend Texas State University with a major in finance. So after high school, she goes to Texas State University.
How far away do you think did she move from there?
I think it was a couple hours.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad that she didn't just pick a local college. I'm glad, she decided to take a chance and, go somewhere a little bit farther away. If you get stuck just staying at a local college, sometimes, you just have to cave in to family social pressure.
I really
that long.
I really thought I just wasn't getting the joke. I was like, I don't.
Nope.
I kind of thought you were taking a jab at me for a minute.
Like some fucking loser. But no, I was just trying to set up that joke for a cave-in pun, and that's where I decided to take my
I
shot.
like that, dude. You miss every shot you don't take. Now, unfortunately, these are most of the details that we could find about Jennifer. And the other details you find is about how Jennifer was also struggling with drugs.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And then after one semester of college, she would drop out of school, and then she would work at a restaurant in Austin, Texas, while at the same time, and for a very short amount of time, she would start attending Austin Community College.
ACCC.
Hell yeah, I like that.
There's a fucking college up here. It's really 3 or 4 fucking C's.
LCCC.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking awesome.
Hey, you want to go eat at that
nonsense?
You want to go eat at that pizza place at the college? Yeah, CC's at LCCC. Yeah, didn't you hear that fucking baseball pitcher's going to be there? We can get some autographs. CC Sabathia.
It's like the best place for someone with a stutter to work.
CC.
Welcome to CC's, home of this LCCC's pizza with CC Sabathia. But they're just trying to say C once.
And here's a quote from her mother. She was having a hard time finding herself. I guess that's the whole quote. I don't really... Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's just... Yeah, she was having a hard time finding herself. She was not really sure what she was going to do. She was dropping out of college because of drugs and things like that. So it's a pretty bad time in her life. And then, to make this case even more sad, the day before Jennifer is killed, she had just been hired as a legal assistant in an environmental law firm. So she was looking to get like a fresh start. And her new boss would say, quote, she was very enthusiastic, very organized, and very excited to have the job. And then after she worked there for just 4 hours, he was like so impressed that he promoted her to a full-time position there.
Oh, wow.
That was the day before she would end up getting killed. So that's just fucking sad as fuck. Super sad. So alrighty, are we ready to get into the main case?
All right, let's go off the checklist. Little bit of a rough social life and drug abuse in college. Check.
Yeah.
Just got accepted. Well, on the verge of being accepted to a sweet job. Career is going to be set up. Check.
Yeah.
The way you described her reminds me of the Little Debbie snack cakes girl. That makes her QAF.
Oh, yeah.
Check.
She's not bad looking. She's kind of cute.
Oh, okay. Looks like the Little Debbie snack cake girl.
No.
Because no one can, because she has unbelievable freckles.
Oh. We had a teacher in middle school that was a super big fat dude, like this giant fat guy. And we were in a really old school, so whenever he walked in the floor, it would like kind of like cave in a little bit, like the mom from What's Eating Gilbert Grape. And then he would always bounce up and down, and he would yell, "We're going to the basement," because his room was on like the second floor. And anyways, one time he told us he was dating Little Debbie.
Oh,
And like that was like obviously like a self joke about, like, he made that joke about himself because he's a big fat dude. But I didn't get it. I really thought he was dating a girl named Little Debbie. I was like, dude, that's kind of weird.
That's funny.
Alrighty, here we go. On to the case. August 16th, 2005. Jennifer, she had just started her new job, and she found out that she was going to be working there full time. So, of course, she is very excited, and she wants to celebrate. So she and her friend Colton Pataniak, they head on down to 6th Street in downtown Austin to celebrate with some dinner and drinks. Some D&D, some dinner and drinks.
Oh, yes, of course. Everyone partakes in a little bit of D&D every now and then.
Oh, yeah. I'm the dungeon master, baby.
No, Kevin, don't let them know your secrets.
I'm the dungeon master.
Wait a minute, Kevin, don't let them know.
They're about to find out I'm changing. Hello, I'm the dungeon master. Dude,
Kevin, I'm about to roll a critical 15.
Oh my God, you hit the goblin. What do you do? We're making fun of this. We legit recorded a bonus episode of us playing D&D like 2 weeks ago.
And you can listen to it on the Patreon.
No, it's not uploaded.
And you can listen to it after an episode sometime.
Right? I wanted to record another one because,
another one.
That one didn't turn out exactly right. But we have been people have requested that we play D&D and record it. So I think we might try to do a bonus like side pod of that eventually. I would really like to do that. Alrighty. So they go out for some D&D, some dinner and drinks. And then the very next day, the law firm, they would call Jennifer's mother, Sharon. And they were calling because they were concerned because Jennifer had not shown up for work that day. And this is completely out of character for her. Quote, if Jennifer told you she was going to be somewhere at 8 o'clock, Jennifer was there at 8 o'clock.
I would say I'm glad my work didn't care this much about me when I was a teenager, because I used to no-call, no-show all the fucking time and show up like 30 minutes late every day, so.
I don't know if I'm sure we've mentioned this before, but one time, Toof, he was working at this place, and he was like, yeah, man, I can get you a job there. I was like, cool, yeah, dude, hell yeah.
God,
so
yes.
I filled out an application and gave it to him. Weeks go by, never get a call or anything. Months, years go by. No joke. Was this last year?
It was within 2 years when I found it or showed you it.
In the back seat of Toof's car was my application, just bent up, shoved into the seat. It sat there for 8 years, and he never once told me he didn't turn it in. And the fucked up thing is, between that time, I got him a job with me. Remember? Dude,
that's a good
before
one.
Toof worked there, so when we were working at the restaurant, I'm in the back just cutting up some fucking lettuce and shit. And Toof, he doesn't work there. The managers don't know who he is. He just comes walking in through the back, like past the host station, past the main door, like the office door, and just heads into the back of the kitchen in regular street clothes. My manager's like, whoa, what are you doing? You're not allowed back here. Toof's answer, no, it's okay. I'm friends with Kevin.
And then he hired me on the spot.
You did get hired, dude. That was awesome.
Only employees are back here, so I guess I gotta make you an employee then, motherfucker.
And then he started sucking your dick.
I love the man. I still have that application, actually. It's on my bookshelf, actually, of my important documents.
Important documents, dude. With your Nazi occult book.
No, that's in the library. But
so we have a listener who also used to work at a book publishing company. I can't remember what the book, but she was telling me about like some of these funny books that she would find sometimes that people were trying to print. I was like, Toof legit used to do that. He used to work at this publishing company, and he would just straight up keep all the funny ass books. Like, what's the funniest one you have?
I think it's just called Gay Sex. And it is a cartoon illustration. It's like a graphic novel, I guess. And it's just dudes blowing each other, and I fucking love it, man. It's so fucking funny.
Dude.
Well,
okay.
Give me a second.
I can cut this out, Toof, because I don't know if it's going to embarrass you or not. But in 7th grade, Toof tried to convince me that this older guy used to pay him to draw tits for him.
Keep that.
You told me he used to draw naked girls for like a 30-year-old man.
Yeah, he would want me to draw. The lie was that he'd want me to draw tits. He's like, oh yeah, those are nice tits. And I just would draw them for him.
He would watch you and be like, hey, are those tits, Jeremiah? Yeah, those are tits.
All right, probably the funniest book is, I guess, how to grow great marijuana, maybe.
That's a pretty.
Because that's one we can keep.
That's a good one.
The number one is gay sex, though. Without a doubt. It's the fucking funniest.
So Sharon, after getting that call, she starts to make some calls of her own, trying to find out like where Jennifer is and what happened, and all that leads her back to Colton. And after finding out that he was the last person that hung out with Jennifer that night, she wanted to call him and ask if he had any idea what the hell was going on or where she was. But Colton, he is kind of dodging the calls a bit, and Sharon, she finally gets through. And when she does, Colton just says, yo, I haven't seen her. And like he doesn't know where she is. He hasn't seen her. And whenever he's pressed more about it, he said, well, I only saw her for like a couple minutes when I saw her. So that seems pretty fishy to Sharon. Like she can't really get anything else out of Colton. But she's like, he's acting really fucking weird and pretty dodgy.
No, okay. Yeah, it sounds like Colton for sure.
Now, I don't...
Oh, hey, I've to go back to the one thing.
Yeah.
The books.
Yeah.
I know the two best books, and you do too.
I can't remember what they are.
The Sharkmen of Cortez.
Oh, yeah.
And Combat Knife Throwing.
Oh, yeah, dude. Those are fucking good.
They're just funny because of the names, and mostly because they have fucking pictures of these dudes who have long curly hair and look like fucking #Wildman.
Yes. Dude, speaking of #Wildman, I'm not on Colton's side at all. I mean, he was the last one that was seen with this missing girl, but his answer right here, it fucking cracks me up. So Jennifer's stepfather, he's like, well, fuck, he's not answering when Sharon's calling, so I'm gonna call and have a few words with him. So he calls Colton and finally gets him to answer the phone, and this is what Colton's answer is: "Hey, dude, I'm eating pizza. Don't bother me." He fucking knows that their daughter's missing, and that's his answer. Like, you got these scared parents trying to find their missing kid, and he says, dude, I'm eating pizza. Don't bother me.
Dude, the za is fucking hot right now. Back off my case.
Dude, do you remember the old pizza commercials where it's the guy from Joanna Man? And it was about the Pizzones, and he's like, is this a Pizzone party or what?
Oh, I don't, but I kind of, if I saw it, it would probably bring that back to nostalgia. Dude, the fucking Pizzones, man. That's a fucking, are those even a thing?
I think they just brought him back, dude.
They're bringing everything from the 90s back.
Dude, Joanna Man got a 4.6 on IMDb. I'm not surprised by that or anything, but
I haven't seen it in probably a decade, but I remember liking it. I think I've seen it multiple times.
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, yeah, because I used to jack to it.
Dude, okay, I'm sorry to pause this real quick. I just found the Pizzone commercial.
Fuck yeah.
So by now, all Jennifer's parents knew was that something bad had most likely happened. Like, they're both saying, like, at this point, they knew something awful had to have happened to her. So before we get any further, just real quick, who is this Colton guy? Well, his full name is Colton Aaron Petaniak. He is a finance and business major at the University of Texas. And if you look at pictures of him, sometimes he kind of resembles Smokin' Joe Harris, former Cleveland Cavaliers legend.
Oh.
He sometimes looks like that dude from The League who was in the movie Creep.
Oh, okay.
What's his name? I want to say it's like Mark something, but I doubt it. I can't think of his name.
Hamill?
No, it's not Mark Hamill. Mark Duplass. That's it. He kind of looks like him a little bit. Mark Hamill, fucking Luke Skywalker.
What's Colton's name again?
Colton Petaniak. Pitonyak.
Oh, they used to say, I used to go to that college. That's the guy they always had the rhyme about. Colton Petaniak, as smooth as some cognac, riding around in his Pontiac.
Fuck, dude, I wish I could have gone to your school. So Colton, he was from Arkansas, where he attended Christ the King School and Catholic High School for Boys in Little Rock. Yeah, Christ the King School. That's pretty nutty. That's fun.
Yeah, like, despite the weird religious politics or whatever that has to go on there,
yeah.
I'm not going to lie, that name is fucking sweet.
It is kind of cool. He was also a National Merit Scholar And in 2000, he was one of 7 senior finalists at his high school and one of 166 senior finalists in the state. So he sounds like he's a fucking pretty hard-working and intelligent dude. He had high grades that were high enough to gain him a scholarship at the University of Texas. And, I mean, he's going to Christ the King School, Catholic school for boys. Yeah, sounds like he's a hard-working, intelligent kid.
Kinda. It sounds like you've said high a lot, but you're pretty much describing the plot of How High, Kevin.
Oh, shit. Got weed. And then one more note on Colton. Much like Jennifer, he seemed to have dabbled with some drugs and would even enter a rehabilitation program at one time. However, I couldn't find the dates from when that happened. So, if you're right on the dot with that one, man.
As always.
In 2004, Colton was arrested for possession of cocaine, as well as anxiety or sleeping pills that he had stolen. Well, the article listed as unlawfully obtained. I'm guessing that's just stolen.
Oh, okay.
But besides that, he has no previous records of arrests. Just the cocaine possession and having those pills.
All right, mistakes happen.
And then another person that we're going to mention, because she's going to come up a little bit later, is Colton's ex-girlfriend, Laura. Her name was Laura Ashley Hall. She was also a student at the University of Texas, and she had plans that she was going to take the law school admission test, and she wanted to become a lawyer. But she's going to get mentioned a little bit later. And one thing about this girl is if you look her up, Laura Hall, sometimes she just kind of looks, not that Hall, not the musician Laura Hall.
A little dopey.
I knew that fucking name sounded familiar. The musician girl from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Laura Hall. She would fucking play the songs and the ditties and shit.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
now.
that was her. But Lori Ashley Hall, she's, I don't know, sometimes she's kind of hot. Like, she's not, like, super hot or anything, but there's just...
I mean, it is Texas.
Every now and then, in kind of like a crazy way, like, she's kind of hot. Like Casey Anthony, like, she's not hot, but she's crazy and...
and that's hot.
You kind of, like, it kind of be fun. Like, you would have sex with her.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let me put a baby in you and see what you do with it.
No, what the fuck? No, dude. Like Amanda Knox, she's fucking hot as shit. I have a thing for kind of nutty girls,
Oh, okay.
Anyways, where were we? Oh, here's a quote from Laura on Colton. Quote, I was really attracted to Colton from the beginning. I thought he was a very sexy guy. He was hot. We immediately just got together. Right away, it was great. We would spend days together at a time. We'd just stay in the house all day. Yeah. And she's kind of smiling and laughing. I felt I was on top of the world when I was with Colton. Until you get to know Colton. You can't see on the surface that there's something wrong underneath.
So she knows there was something there.
So, yeah.
Something sinister.
All right, so now we're going to jump back into the story. That was just to introduce some characters. You got anything you want to mention about Laura or Colton?
No, I want to see what Laura knows.
So Jennifer's parents, they immediately think that something isn't right about Colton's story. Like, he's just dodging them left and right and saying, like, dude, I'm fucking eating pizza. Leave me alone.
I'm not going to lie, though. How many times have you been eating pizza and not want to be interrupted, though?
Every time. Yeah. Anyways, so the next day, August 18th, her parents, they get in the car and they drive from Corpus Christi all the way to Colton's apartment in Austin, which is like 4 hours or so, I think. And Sharon, she would file a missing persons report, and the police, they would end up finding Jennifer's vehicle, which was a Saturn sedan, and it was parked nearby the Orange Tree Apartments, which were the off-campus apartments where Colton Petoniak lived. So some sources say the police found it. I think the documentary said her parents found it. But regardless, Jennifer's car is outside these apartment buildings.
Okay.
So it's early evening when her parents show up. They see Jennifer's car nearby, and they start to kind of search around the house and look in the windows to see if there's anything going on. They knock on the door, they knock on the windows. They don't get any answers or anything, so they start getting more scared and more worried. And next, they call the police, and this is at around 8 p.m. or so. However, when the police do show up, they're not going to break into the house because they don't have a search warrant or anything. So they kind of just show up, and then... I don't know, they might take a report or something, and then they leave.
They smoke all of her weed and leave.
So, her stepdad, Jim, the fucking Wildman stepdad, Jim, he waits for the police to leave, and then he fucking breaks through the goddamn window and goes inside.
fuck yeah.
I like to picture him doing like a ninja dive through it and then rolling on the ground and standing up real quick. I hope he yelled Jackie Chan when he did it. That'd be badass.
He just runs and like does like a like I don't know how to put it. Like he just jumps up in the air, just does a drop kick through the fucking door, straight up horizontal drop kick.
Like, remember those old school arcade games like Double Dragon and stuff? Sometimes you just fight a guy who would come kicking through a window, and that's how you're introduced to him. Is that easy? Can you just kick through windows like that?
Only one way to find out.
Do it.
Tonight.
I don't have a window, so I'm going to try with my monitors. So, Wildman's stepdad, Jim, he's inside the apartment now. He has a flashlight on him, but that's it. So he gets inside the house, or the apartment, and he's kind of looking around. And he notices that there's a bunch of shit kind of thrown around, so it looks like there's a bit of a struggle. And he heads down the hallway. He sees a couple of doors, and he just picks one and opens it up, and it just happened to be the bathroom door.
Okay.
And then he thinks that he sees something in the bathtub, so he flips the light on, and that's when he finds the dead body of Jennifer inside the bathtub.
Okay, that's a interesting...
Imagine how fucking scary that would be, really, though.
Interesting guess, though, for that exact room, but yeah.
And now we get to the fucked up details on this case. You see, Jim only found part of Jennifer.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we go.
Jennifer, she had been shot. She had been stabbed multiple times. Her head and both of her hands had been completely severed. So, yeah, they were just fucking cut off, then wrapped in garbage bags.
What the fuck?
And then just left inside the bathtub with the body.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Just cut them off and just left them in there. Put them in bags and then left them in there.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, might as well get rid of them fucking hands real quick.
And imagine finding it because you're like, what the fuck? He sees a body, no head, no hands, and then the bags next to it. So it's like, you fucking know what's in there.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So it's just incredibly brutal. I don't know. I can't make sense of why you would cut all that off and then just leave it there. But that's not all. Travis County Medical Examiner Elizabeth Peacock, she would discover that there was another gunshot. This one went up through the severed neck of Jennifer and into her brain. So that means in order to do this, after the head was cut off, they had to shoot through the bottom of the severed head. And she's already super fucking dead. She's been shot, stabbed, head cut off, hands cut off.
Oh, I just assumed so after the fucking head was missing that she was dead, but
like you would have to pick up the head like fucking Tropic Thunder and shoot through the fucking bottom of it. That's fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of the most fucked up things I think we've heard on here, on this podcast. This shit don't make any sense.
Yeah, it's kind of a little messed up to, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what the exact word is, but like to like mutilate. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Now here's a quote from Travis County Prosecutor Bill Bishop. He says, quote, "As far as murders go, this is a very clean murder. He shot her through the arm, bullet traveled into the chest, through the heart, pretty much killing her instantly. It was the post-murder behavior that made it so grotesque. The mutilation was anger. It wasn't any effort to hide the body or get rid of the body. It was just playing with it like it was a toy." And that was from 48 Hours Mystery. Oh, no, Bishop told that to someone from 48 Hours Mystery. That was the source on that one. But yeah, like, so she died instantly when she got shot, they said. And then all this was after she was dead.
Jesus. Oh, yeah, we're dealing with a sick fuck, especially when you cut off hands and shit like that.
Yeah.
Shoot the head. Yeah, I cut off her fucking nipples. That'll show her.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's weird. So here's some more crime scene details. This is when the police, they start to look around the apartment and start finding a little bit out about Colton. It turns out that he was pretty heavy into cocaine. Mm-hmm. He also had a bunch of Scarface posters all over the place. And I guess he also kind of considered himself a gangster.
Huh, I guess. Well,
I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So this douchebag, his car is parked in the normal spot it always is. So like his car's there at the apartment, and the police, they go in the car and they search it. And in the glove compartment, they find a gun that is believed to have been the one that was used in the murder.
All
now,
right.
in the picture, it looks like there's two guns, but they only ever mention one gun. So, I don't know. It could have just been a clip set on it or something. I don't know. But yeah, so his gun is just in the glove compartment of his car, but he's nowhere to be found.
All right.
Here's a quote from Prosecutor Bishop again. Quote, sorry, my dog is squeaking a toy in the background. So if you think you're going to guess this next part, just wait.
Wait,
Quote,
can I take one shot at it?
It's not yeah, I mean, we already talked about the most fucked up and crazy shit, but yeah.
He cut off his own pinky and stuck it in her butthole.
Okay, that's not funny. I just didn't expect that at all.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, then.
Here's the quote. The kitchen, I think, was the oddest room to me because it was sparkling clean. Even looked like the floors had been mopped. They found a machete inside the dishwasher.
Okay, what the fuck?
So
Wow,
in
dude,
the
what if he was
dishwasher-
too lazy to clean it and that's how he did it?
Yeah, no, he did. All dishes in there and the clean machete. He just threw it in there with all the dishes.
Fuck, man, I gotta clean this, but shit, I gotta get to class, so might as well just throw it in there.
Machete? No, that's not going to be funny. I was going to say washety. That's not funny. Like wash.
I got it. I like it.
I'll work on it. I'll come back next week. I'll have that joke cleaned up for you. So one more thing to note. Not only was Colton nowhere to be found, completely MIA, but his on and off again ex-girlfriend Laura, she was also nowhere to be found. And then Laura's family, they also find out that Laura's missing, so they're like, oh, fuck. Like, they heard about what happened. What if Colton fucking killed her, too? And so they're trying to call her cell phone over and over again and getting nothing. And then finally they get through, and Laura actually answers the cell phone.
What do you mean Laura finally answers her cell phone?
Laura's parents were trying to call because she was missing. Laura was MIA. This is Colton's on and off again ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
They're calling her like crazy, and she's not answering. And then finally she picks up.
All right.
And so she picks up, she answers, and she tells them, she's like, yeah, I just crossed over the border to Mexico, and I'm with Colton.
Whoa. Holy shit. Swerve.
Yeah, and one thing to note here, her dad, he has like a super fake looking mustache. Like, I don't even know if it's real or not. Like, you remember the cop from Sleepaway Camp that just had electric tape for a mustache?
Okay, yeah.
It kind of looks like that.
Fuck yeah. Hashtag Wildman.
Hashtag Wildman. And then according to Laura's dad, on the phone, she told him that Colton had killed somebody and the police found the body. And while talking to him, there's this rustling noise, her dad says. And that's when Colton got on the phone and he said, quote, your daughter had nothing to do with this. You need to get her out of here.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're in Mexico now.
Well,
So
that's a good little bit of evidence right there, I guess.
So Laura's parents are like, fuck, he's going to kill her, you know?
Yeah.
Like they think that she's fucking as good as dead now. Now we're going to jump back again and we're going to hear about Laura's version of events on what happened. And this is all from the documentary pulling this information. So now we're going back to August 17th. Laura, she shows up just before dawn at Colton's apartment and she stated that he called her saying that they needed to talk. And this is all according to an interview with Laura. This is what she says. And when he answers the door, Laura states that he appears very nervous. And he says, come here, I have to show you something. And then he shows her Jennifer's body.
Oh, what the fuck?
And then Laura says she thinks that it's just a mannequin at first. But Colton assures her that it's a real. And then Colton tells her, he's like, yeah, I've been drinking all night. I don't remember anything. I don't remember what happens. Or I don't remember what happened here. I have no idea. I have no memory of any of this.
Oh, well, then you're all's forgiven, dude. Let's cut off her hands and pack her up.
Yeah, I think Jesus came down and high-fived him and said, you're forgiven, my dude.
That's why the hands came off?
Oh, my God, too.
Oh.
And then this is when Laura says she immediately had two thoughts. One, who did this? And two, am I next?
Oh, shit.
Laura then said that she's surprised because Colton just lets her go. Like, he's just like, all right, yeah, you can leave. So she runs away and goes home, and she does not call the police or tell anyone. She tells no one about this. Do you want to know what her reason is that she gave, why she didn't tell anyone about this?
A common one would just be that she's afraid that she might be killed, and he's, like, watching her or something, you know?
Yeah, exactly. No.
Nope.
Her reason is because it was already too late to save her life. So why fucking tell anyone?
Oh, yeah, fuck her. Fuck that bitch.
Fuck that bitch. Yeah, she kind of gives off. If you listen to one interview with her, you're not going to like her at all. I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, we're going to get into more, but I mean, just based on hearing her talk, you wouldn't like this girl.
Based on the way you hear her talk, you wish the roles were reversed. Okay.
All right. She then said that Colton, he then like started to like flip out and like gets a hold of her and tells her like, yo, I need to get out of town. Could you take me to Mexico? And she says, yeah, sure.
Wow, what the fuck? And like, she's also worried that he may kill her, but she's like, you know what? Yeah, let's go.
And she said the reason that she did this was because she wanted to stay alive because she feared for her life, but she already got away.
Yeah.
Like she already left that day. She left his apartment that day, then comes back later. So like,
it's like he's like, you know what, you can go. And she texts him like a couple hours later, hey, what you doing today?
Yeah,
I'm bored.
dude.
Want to hang out?
Yeah, just got the Switch. Oh, speaking of, guess what I ordered today?
Wii baseball?
No, my Valve Index.
Oh, okay.
I was up to order. Yeah, so she says that she fears for her life and she wanted to stay alive, so that's why I guess she goes back to his apartment to take him to Mexico. And they drive 200 miles from Austin to over the border, where they would live freely and start a new life in Mexico.
She's a student too, right?
Yes.
Yep. All right. Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
So they go across the border. They're in Mexico, just living a brand new life. All is going great for about 5 days. And then a Mexican SWAT team arrests them at the hotel they're staying at. And then the U.S. Marshals return them to Austin.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. And Colton, he's immediately arrested for murder. However, Laura was not.
Okay.
She was not arrested. The police did say that she was, quote, less than cooperative, though.
Okay.
And this was her reason when they say, like, why didn't you cooperate with the police? You kept telling them different stories, and you just were fucking difficult, you nutty bitch. She said, quote, it was too soon. I had just gotten away from him, and I wasn't ready to be rational yet.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know. I told you, this bitch is nutty and kind of want to do her sometimes. It's weird. She's not hot, but I don't know.
Oh my God.
I'm a disgusting dude. I'm a gross man.
You're a filthy animal, Kevin, and you need to repent.
I'm not proud of it.
Good.
And then Laura, she would also tell the police that she thought her and Colton were on vacation. That was another excuse, because she just would tell different lies. She's like, I thought we were on vacation. And she's like, I have no idea what's going on. Colton's a great guy. He would never do this. He wouldn't kill anyone. And then later on, she would completely admit, like, oh, yeah, that was all a lie.
Colton's like telling the police, he's like, yeah, we were just going to Mexico to get some ice cream. And she's like, when the fuck did we have ice cream?
Oh, my God, the ringer.
Dude, that's kind of fucking super crazy, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, so the police, they immediately, of course, arrest Colton, but they let her go. They're like, she's just fucking telling lies, but we don't really have anything on her.
Okay.
But 3 days later, she ends up getting picked up by the police again for some questioning, and she's interrogated for 9 hours. And the police, they already don't believe, like, anything that she's saying, really. Like, I think at one point she tells them, like, I only did this because I was forced at gunpoint, and I only cooperated because I was scared. Which, I mean, that's believable, you know? But there's also surveillance video of them. I think it's as they're going over the border. And
hell yeah.
They just look fine. Like, they show the clip in the documentary, and it's obvious that she's not being forced.
It just, like, shows him driving, and you're like, wait, where the fuck's she at? Then you see her head pop up.
Oh, my God, that'd be awesome. But no, she was driving.
Oh, then you see his head pop up.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's my dude, man. That is, I love that move. And then Laura, she would... Pretty much after this, she would be arrested and charged with hindering apprehension and aiding Colton in his escape, because they don't believe anything she's telling them, because she's told them like 10 different stories now.
Then she joined that band Hinder.
Is that what the fuck? Why you calling me?
They're called Hinder, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Laura, I don't know if it's after she gets arrested or what, but there's a point during the interrogation where they're like, we want you to tell us the truth. And she's like, all right, I'll tell you the truth. She ends up telling him that she saw the body, and she tells him that Colton killed her and then dismembered her, but she had nothing to do with it, and she didn't see it happen.
Okay.
She said that Colton's plan was to cut it up and get rid of it. And then after showing the body to Laura, he told Laura to get out of there, and that's when she left.
All right.
And And then
Sounds legit.
the thing that really irks people about the interrogation video, though, is Laura, she goes from crying and like bawling her eyes out and like flip of a switch. She's like super articulate and not crying anymore. So it's just kind of bizarre. And the lady, this lady is a fucking badass, this one I'm about to mention. She's the one that's interviewing Laura. And she's like, yeah, when people watch this video, they're all going to think that you're either really dumb or a complete sociopath. And then it's quiet for a second, and the lady's like, so which one is it?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, fucking hashtag wild woman. Guess what Laura's answer is? So she's like, you're either really fucking dumb or you're a sociopath. Which one is it?
Honestly, it would be mine. What's a sociopath?
That's close. She's like, well, I'm definitely not a sociopath.
Oh, okay.
That was her answer. Here's another quote from her. Quote, I'm stupid with men. I didn't want to hurt them, which sounds kind of sick. Looking back, it seems to me that everything that came out of that man's mouth was a lie or a game or a trick, and he didn't care who got hurt in the process.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, fucking super slaughtered someone, then super mutilation the corpse.
So he's arrested for, of course, the murder and mutilating that body, and then she's arrested for aiding him and trying to help him escape. So the trial for this, it would start January 2007, 2 years after Colton and Laura were arrested.
Okay.
But one thing that confuses me, like in the documentary, they stated that Laura stood by Colton's side during the entirety of those 2 years from arrest to trial, which kind of contradicts the police interrogation because sometimes she's saying that he did it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they say during those 2 years, she was by his side the whole time saying like he didn't do it and stuff.
What the fuck? Then just charge her then. Fuck it. See how quick her short story changes. There's only 2 people that saw the body, so if you're saying it's not him, then we're going to have to charge you. Watch her switch up real quick.
Yeah, so it's kind of confusing. And then the trial comes along, and they ask Colton like what he pleads, and he will plead not guilty.
Oh, okay.
But real quick, let's go over the evidence that they have against him. He was the last one that was seen with Jennifer. Jennifer's car was also at his apartment. She was found dead at his apartment. The gun that they believed was used in the killing was found in his car, and then he fled to Mexico. So that's not good so far. There's also another piece of evidence that I haven't mentioned yet. He was recorded on camera buying gloves, a mask, a hacksaw, and cleaning supplies.
Jesus.
Yeah, and when the person at the store was like, oh, why are you buying a hacksaw? He's like, oh, I have a frozen turkey I'm trying to cook, but I need a hacksaw to cut it up first.
Fuck yeah, on the spot improv.
Like a hacksawing a frozen turkey?
Oh, yeah.
Now, during the trial, there were several friends and acquaintances, witnesses that all testified saying like, yo, we saw Jennifer and Colton around midnight on 6th Street. That was in Austin at the Party District. Both of them were drinking, and according to a witness, Jeffrey Sanderson, he said that Colton seemed high. Quote, his brain was fried on drugs.
Okay. That's a nice little, well, I guess I've seen people like that before.
Now, I do want to apologize. I don't remember where I took these quotes from. They were all with pictures. So they had a picture of the case and they had some things under it. That's where I pulled these.
Oh, okay.
So I do apologize. I can't remember where it was from. Another friend, Michael Rodriguez, he said he talked to Jennifer at 1 a.m. and she was still out with Colton. And she also reported that Colton was upset because he had lost his cell phone and he was urinating on a car.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it's like, hey, how's it going? Well, it was all right. Colton, he's mad because he lost his phone and he's also pissing on a car. There were some people that kind of they took Colton's side whenever they were describing him, like character witnesses. They said like, he earned straight A's in school. His algebra teacher told jurors that his lowest grade was a 98%.
Jesus.
One of his classmates described him as performing at a, quote, almost genius level, and they said, like, he was just destined for success. Quote, if you ask anybody, he had one of the brightest futures, and I mean, he was a good guy.
Huh.
But they said in recent years, due to his drug addiction, he became unrecognizable. He was not the Colton that I knew. He was very solemn, very reserved, a definite change.
Well, yeah, drugs will do it to you.
So now we get to Colton's defense. We already mentioned it a little bit. He doesn't remember anything. He's claiming he's not guilty because he doesn't remember anything. He was too high and he was too drunk. He has no memory of any of it, and he has no idea what happened that night.
I would say, what if his defense was just that fucking Afro Man song? How could I possibly have got all these tools and killed someone when I don't even know how to? What the fuck do you mean, Colton? I was gonna kill the bitch, but then I got high.
When they're like, the jury, or I don't know how they do it, we would like to bring Colton Pataniak to the stand. And when he goes up there, he goes, da 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 da.
Then I got high. The jurors sing it. Then I got high. Then I got high.
I was going to make a defense, but then I got high.
Why, man?
I'll just say I don't remember anything because I'm high. That had no flow. I had nowhere to go with that.
It's okay.
Because I was high. Anyway, so Colton, he said he does.
One more.
Okay.
My grades were still good, and I don't know why. Why, man?
Wow, man. I was going to cut that turkey because I was high.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to buy that fucking hacksaw because I got high. Instead, I killed my best friend, and I know why.
Why, man?
Yeah, because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. And they're like, not guilty.
Not guilty.
Now's the time to find your color, your paint, and everything to get started during Red, White, and Blue savings at the Home Depot. Transforming your room is easier than ever. With the best deals online and in-store, you can confidently select your color and the tools for your next paint project. Get a colorful new experience and the right paint for the right price. Save $10 on 1 gallon and $40 off 3 and 5 gallons for a limited time only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Limit 25 gallons per household. See store for details.
So now, since Colton is saying he doesn't have any idea what happened, he doesn't remember, he said that he doesn't remember what he said to Laura when she came over or anything like that, but he does remember showing her the body. And then he kind of starts to shift the blame a little bit. He's saying like, yo, there's no way that I could have done that. He doesn't say who did it because he's like, I don't know who did it. I don't remember who did it at all, but I know it wasn't me. And when he's on the stand, they ask him, like, they're like, well, who cut up the body? Because it had to have been you or Laura. He tells the court, he's like, I did not cut the body up. So like he's not straight saying it's her, but he's kind of shifting a little bit of it towards her, you know?
Yeah.
And also, the court is probably like, well, we want to fucking hear Laura's side of the story then, since...
I was about to ask, is she not part of this, or...
We'll get there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's Colton's defense is pretty much he doesn't remember anything, and then he's trying to kind of shift it and incriminate Laura for it. But with the advice from her lawyer, Laura, she would not take the stand at all during this trial. So the jury, they never get to hear her side.
How can you not take the stand when you're one of two suspects? Like, that's got to be fucking, like, amazing. Like, hey, Jeremiah, someone's been coming these socks. I'm going to not take the stand on this one.
In her defense, though, she had no idea because, like, it's obvious that Colton, I mean, all the evidence points to him, you know? And so her lawyer, I think, just didn't want her to be any more into it.
Like, she's more of a victim than a suspect.
Yeah. And, like, the way she talks, I think they're probably like, yeah, you're kind of a bitch. So I don't think they're going to like hearing from you. But
hey, the way you fucking talk, they're going to pin the OJ murder on you, so...
But she had no idea that they were going to try and blame some of it on her or shift the blame towards her, you know? So, and she's been defending him the last 2 years. So she's like, what the fuck is this? Like, she's completely blindsided by it. So now we come to the verdict. Now hold on to your hats, because this might surprise you. Colton is found guilty.
Oh. Well, I don't know whose hat I'm supposed to be holding on to, but I'm still holding it.
He is sentenced to 55 years in prison, and after half of his sentence is completed, he will be eligible for parole, which means he could get out at the age of 51, because he's only 24 years old at the time of sentencing.
And that's like not even that long ago either. Jesus.
It's a fucking brutal murder.
Yeah.
Shoots her, stabs her, cuts her head off, shoots her through the head that's
neck
already... Yeah. So next, it is Laura's...
Good thing they didn't find his weed. That would have been another 20 years.
Oh my God, Toof.
What? I'm just making fun of the marijuana laws in the country.
Oh. Wow.
Wait, what did you think I meant?
Well, I don't want this to be. It's fucked up. I thought you were making a joke about like he hid the weed in like the hole in her neck.
Oh, okay.
Because you said like a bullet hole and then you went into that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. No, I was say like, and good thing the police, they only gave him 30 years because good thing the police didn't find his weed. That'd have been another 30 years.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's funny.
Okay.
And next up, it is Laura's turn for her own trial. And they're looking at her for hindering the apprehension of Colton and also the possibility that maybe she was the one that dismembered Jennifer's body. Like they think maybe she helped cut it up.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with Laura's story, prosecutors say that she did everything wrong on the day of the murder. When she found out about Jennifer, she didn't tell anyone. She didn't go to the police, nothing. She even spoke to her mother several times that day and didn't say anything to her. Instead, she spent the entire day running errands. And then she went back to the apartment, picked up Colton, and drove him to Mexico.
Yeah, it looks pretty fucking shady.
It looks really fucking shady. And it didn't help that whenever they were picked up, she changed her statement about what happened like a million times. And then some witnesses came forward and said that Laura told them she had taken part in the murder. Whether or not that's true, we don't know. It's just like people in jail said, oh, I heard her say that she had taken part in it. Although,
what if she was telling people, she's like, yeah, we weren't trying to go to Mexico. We just found out the McRib was back.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, I would drive to Mexico for the McRib. I would kill someone, then go to Mexico for the McRib.
I'd let someone cut off my hands for the fucking McRib and they feed it to me.
Jeremiah.
That is too far.
They feed you like Cowboy Wayne and Saving Silverman.
And I try to have sex with them.
This part is a little nutty right here. Laura's DNA was found on the gun that was in the glove compartment of Colton's car. Laura's DNA was also found in the apartment, on a towel in the living room, and also in the bathroom on a flip-flop. So they not only believe that she was there, they also believe that she was involved. Although she's not on trial for murdering her, she's on trial for possibly dismembering and then aiding his escape.
Now, did they ever make mention of before this night when the last time she saw Colton was?
Yes. Laura states that she had been to that apartment many, many times, including the days leading up to the murder.
Okay, all right.
And as far as the gun goes, this is a pretty good back and forth with that girl that was interviewing her. She said that Colton had that gun for weeks. And the girl interviewing her says, and you picked it up? Sure. And you had your hand on the trigger. I can imagine.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she's just like...
actually, I can't imagine.
She's just like not very likable at all. Like just listen to her interviews. Like she just always comes off as a bitch. Oh, you had your hand on the trigger? I can imagine. Like just yes or no. You would know if you were shooting a gun, especially one that is the murder weapon, like a week later.
Yeah.
I'm sure you would remember if you've ever fired that gun.
And she's like giving all the answers. Like she might as well just say like, oh yeah, I think I've hacked up a body before in my life.
But yeah, that's not the only thing either. There was a photo snapped of Colton and Laura together at a hotel in Mexico, taken while on the run. And they're both smiling, like just super fucking big. So it's obvious that she's not being kidnapped because they both look happy there. But she denies that picture means anything. She's like, Dad, that doesn't mean anything. Look how easy it is to do this. And she just does like a fake smile.
Jesus
That was her defense.
Yeah. Or she could just say like, I'm trying to like literally, you just gotta say like, hey, I felt like I was being kidnapped. Instead of just crying and feeling bad and him maybe killing me then, I just try to like happy myself and make the best of things. But no,
Yeah.
She said like the most retarded shit.
Dude.
Well, she said the most dumbest shit.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I agree, man. Now, in regards to like who took this picture, so Colton and Laura, they were staying at a Holiday Inn, and then somehow they end up at the home of the manager of that hotel. His name is Pedro Fernandez, and they went there to watch a pay-per-view professional fighting match.
Wait, what hotel were they in?
A Holiday Inn.
All right.
Stop, drop, kaboom. Which was actually the sound that Colt would make because Pedro Fernandez, he would end up kicking him out of his home because Colton was so drunk and belligerent he was falling over and stumbling into shit. So eventually Pedro, the hotel manager, kicked him out of the house because he was so drunk.
Smart guy, genius IQ.
you're fucking wanted for murder. And you're just in the town across the border getting drunk, getting kicked out of places.
Kick me out, I fucking dare you. Call the cops, man.
So Laura's team, her defense team, they wanted to show the jury the 9-hour-long emotional police interrogation video because in that, yes, she tells a bunch of stories and stuff and eventually says this is the truth. But a lot of times when that comes at the very end of a 9-hour-long emotional fucking interrogation thing, a lot of times they're like, well, they just wanted to get out of there because they were there for fucking 9 hours.
Yeah.
But in that video, she denies having anything to do with cutting up the body. However, the judge, he ruled against this, saying like, no, we're not going to use that interrogation video, saying that it was inadmissible hearsay. So that interrogation video, they don't let them use for any evidence.
Saved by the judge.
So because of this, that is why her lawyer didn't want her to take the stand in the trial, because they're like, well, that's getting thrown out. So we're not going to have her take the stand because they're not going to have any of that on the record. It's just going to be like the more stuff they have on her, the worse it's going to look for, I think, is what they're getting at.
Oh, yeah, easily.
So the verdict, they find her guilty of tampering with evidence, a.k.a. cutting up the body of Jennifer, and also for aiding in Colton's escape to Mexico, and she is sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Okay, wow.
So that was in 2007. She's sentenced to 5 years. Now we fast forward to February 2009 when Laura Hall is released from jail. So a little less than 2 years.
Okay.
So why? Because a court ruled that her sentencing, that hearing was not fair. So now she's out on bond while people are trying to fight to get her put back in jail. But yeah, she's out. She was enjoying her life again, enjoying being free until the next sentencing hearing. And now the reason that Laura was released was because of an appeals court in Austin, and it came down to a taxi driver's testimony. And this is kind of funny, actually. The taxi driver, he was a witness. He stated that Laura had gotten into his taxi and was confessing about how her boyfriend had killed somebody. And when the driver asked who, Laura's reply was, some bitch.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Laura, she obviously denies ever saying that. She states that the driver is just straight up lying. However, the taxi driver, when he was given a photo lineup, he was unable to pick out which one was Laura. Like, he didn't know which one was her.
Okay.
And now the big no-no when it comes to this, the district attorney, he had forgotten to tell Laura's attorney about this whole photo lineup shenanigan. So they were able to use the taxi driver's confession, if you will.
Yeah.
Taxi cab confessions, baby.
Oh, yes.
So they used that, saying, well, Laura got in and was bragging about how her boyfriend killed some bitch, but they never mentioned the fact that the taxi driver couldn't pick out from a photo lineup who Laura was.
Oh, so that's where the unfair part came from.
Yeah. So
Okay.
because of that, Laura, she would get resentencing. So until then, she's going to be free until her next trial date. And then we get another twist that comes out. Colton's lawyer, he now says that they have evidence that Colton had nothing to do with the murder and that it was in fact Laura that was the one that killed Jennifer, with the motive being jealousy. So now they're trying to straight up blame the whole thing on her.
I can believe it. You know what? I'm on your side, Colton.
Laura, she denies, she's like, I didn't even know who Jennifer was. She claims she had no clue who she was and that she had never met her. And then Colton's lawyer, he brings out some interesting details. That supposedly during group therapy session in jail, Laura had told the group that she had in fact killed Jennifer. They stated that during the session, inmate Hall confessed to the murder. So I don't know where they got this. His lawyer in the documentary has these papers and he's pulling out transcripts from this meeting. So that is what their evidence is to try and prove that she did it. But,
Dude, that's kind of fucking crazy, though.
this whole thing is fucking nuts.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
So now she has to come up with a defense, her alibi being that at the time of the murder, she was staying at a friend's house, and this friend would back her up in court saying, no, she was with me at my house. And the state also believed that Jennifer didn't get to the apartment until the morning after the murder. So now this entire thing has become a he said, she said type thing. And I saw something else about how two people claimed that they were at that house at a party that night, and at 5 a.m., Jennifer was still alive. And I don't think Laura was there. I don't remember the exact details on this, but it's something like that. But regardless, it's not believed that Laura got there until the next morning anyways.
Huh. Okay.
But Jennifer's parents, they think that Laura's a complete psychopath with no soul. That's something her mom says, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, could be possibly very accurate too.
So at the time now, Colton, he's trying to get a new trial stating that Laura did it all, and Laura is trying to clear her name and be found innocent of all charges on her resentencing trial. She said the only thing she is guilty of was being in love with Colton. Stupidly in love. So stupidly in love that she even had a tattoo of Colton's name on her ankle. A tattoo? You want to guess when she got this tattoo?
In Mexico.
Yeah, in Mexico.
Yep. Makes sense.
Because her reason, do you want to know why she got it?
Tell me.
Because she thought that he was innocent and she felt bad for him, and because she was on his side. This is a nutty ass bitch.
You know, honestly, after hearing all this, at least his story is consistent in a way, but hers is all over the place.
I mean, they're both.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would use the word consistent, I guess, but like...
His is just, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, hers is fucking everywhere. Like, he did it. Well, I don't think he did it. Actually, he did not do it. I love him, but I hate him. He did it, but I didn't.
She's just so extremely difficult, and she's just burying herself this whole time, too, you know?
She must have been on her period during this time.
Oh, too. I can't keep that.
Damn, you know the ladies out there know it's funny, but yeah.
Okay, I'll keep it. The court,
I apologize if that upsets you, but you know, the stereotype is women on their periods do tend to be judgmental or PMS-y, as they like to say.
But not at Planet Fitness, because that is the judgment-free zone, and that is not allowed. So the court, immediately, they deny Colton's appeal. They're like, what the fuck is this? No, there's no chance at all. You're fucking in here, dude. And then we come to June 2010, 4 years now after Jennifer's murder. And this is when Laura Hall is back in court for the resentencing. So she's been out of jail for like 2 years then. I believe that's right. I think she was in jail for 2 years and then out for 2 years. So Laura Hall, she's back in court for the resentencing, a new trial, a new jury, and the maximum that they can sentence her is for 10 years. So that's exactly what the prosecutor wants to do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Remember, she originally was sentenced for 5 years, but only had to serve 2?
Yeah. How is this not like double jeopardy if she's already served?
Because it's a resentencing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's why she was out for 1.5 years. So one thing, though, that doesn't help her case at all, towards the end of the trial, this idiot, she didn't realize that all of her phone calls were being recorded, which I'm pretty sure...
Wait, in jail?
In jail.
She
Don't
didn't
they
think
just
in jail they were recorded. Holy shit.
Not only should you already know that, but don't they say it at the top of the call that it's being recorded?
Probably.
But this is what she said, okay? This is what she says about Jennifer's mother, Sharon. She doesn't feel bad for Sharon, and that she doesn't know when or how, but she's going down. She fucked with the wrong girl.
What would
remember...
Oh, because she made the bad comments, probably.
This is the mother of a girl that was not only murdered, but it was a brutal murder. Her fucking head and hands were cut off, and the person accused of having something to do with it is now threatening that girl's mother. But she also says that, like, she's like, I know everyone that's responsible for this, and they're all going to pay. So, like, what a fucking idiot and a bitch. And the verdict is in, and she gets the max sentence, 10 years. And the funniest part is that her original sentence was only 5 years, so that's just fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what you get when you act like an asshole. Like,
yeah.
She could have had none of this, but she just kept fucking up and being an asshole and just digging herself deep.
Yep. Rolling in the deep, my man.
We're not done yet, though. The case is not over.
Jesus.
We have a little bit more, okay?
Oh, okay.
The fucking Ides of March strike again. March 15th, 2018, at 10:30 a.m., Laura Hall is released from prison. She will remain under mandatory supervision, including GPS monitoring, and she is not allowed to return to Travis County or make any contact with with Jennifer Cave's family. So she is out.
All right, then.
She only had to serve, 8 years? 8 out of the 10 years?
Yeah,
she might have got
she already
2
served
years. 2. Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 added up. Well, You know what? She did the crime. She paid her time. What happens?
I honestly don't think that Laura had anything to do with the murder or dismembering the body at all. I think that, well, I don't know, man. They did find DNA on the fucking gun.
Yeah, I'm going to here's my theory on it. I don't think that she, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to theory remix on this one.
Yeah.
All right. What was Jennifer and Colton's relationship again?
Jennifer and Colton, some sources say they were best friends.
Okay. Well, anyway.
And that's the thing, is no one knows why the fuck this even happened. Like, no one knows why, because he's saying he doesn't remember, so no one knows why she got killed.
Lauren is her name, right? Lauren Hill or...
Laura Hall.
Lauren
Hill, too.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm going to say, here's my theory remix. She comes home to see her boyfriend to get some late night nookie, and she finds out in bed is Jennifer getting some best friend nookie. So she pulls out the gun and she shoots her. The boyfriend, then compelled to pick sides, either the dead girl or the psycho bitch, obviously picks psycho bitch, and he's the one who cuts her up. Or, you know what? Fuck it. We're breaking that theory down again. Here we go. Colton killed her.
Yeah.
And Laura hated her the whole time. So she found out about it and was like, good. Takes the gun and shoots her once in the head for good measure. And that's the neck hole one.
That's what I think.
Oh, okay.
I agree with that. Yeah, because I don't think she had... Because, I mean, Colton... It was the last one seen with her. He dodges all the phone calls. He buys all that shit on camera.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it's in his house.
Drugs do make
and
people
everything.
do crazy shit too.
So I agree.
Not to blame it on that, but just like
I think Laura did. I mean, obviously she helped him escape and was trying to help him get away with it. I think that maybe she did fire that gun. I don't know if she did the gunshot that killed her, because remember, one shot, first shot killed her.
Actually, I believe the guy did all the murders, and I think the only thing this is my just theory, and I'm sure it's probably yours too. The only shot I think she might have taken is just the one in the neck, just because she's like, I don't know, like, take that, bitch, and that's about it, you know?
Yeah, I can see that.
I think she, I don't think any of the, I think my boyfriend's a murderer, I'm scared, I'm his victim. She got that tattoo because she like loved him more because of it, I think, because she found out that he finally chose her over being friends with Jennifer.
Yeah, I can see that. Here's something I pulled from Wiki. It's just word for word. The Jennifer Cave Act, authored by Rep. Juan Garcia, D. Corpus Christi, and Rep. John Otto.
Ticket to the Matthews Bridge.
John Otto. R. Dayton, and signed by the governor, makes desecration of a human corpse a second-degree felony and takes effect September 1st.
Okay,
the
good.
measure also provides counseling for jurors who are subjected to graphic images shown in murder trials. So,
okay,
good. It should be.
Yeah, it sucks that a girl's gruesome death had to come out of a pretty decent law being made, but at least now it's in effect.
I do have one last thing to add because I didn't know where to put it, but I found a picture whenever they're going through like crime scene photos and evidence. There is a picture of a Burger King receipt that belonged to Colton, and this was the caption under it. I'm going to get real dramatic with it.
Okay.
About 12 hours after he shot Cave, Petaniak stopped for a meal at Burger King. He testified that he went to the fast food chain to get more soda to add to the vodka he was drinking and ordered a value meal, quote, out of habit. Prosecutors noted that he specified no onions on the sandwich. Why the fuck is that in this?
Why does that even matter?
I don't know. Like, they could have put, like, yeah, dude, 12 hours after he shot her, he went and ate fucking Burger King. I don't know why they were like, prosecutors noted that he specified no onions on the sandwich. He ordered a value meal, quote, out of habit.
What kind of habit was he in?
But yeah, that is everything we have on the case. Toof, do you have any comments or anything you want to say about it?
Like I said, we went through a little bit of theories, but no, I just think that she was jealous of the relationship, which, you know, people can be jealous of other people's relationships. It's okay. I mean, but taking it to murder or covering up a murder is a little bit too far. Just a teeny weensy bit, you know? But no, I believe that she was just jealous of the friendship, and if she didn't partake in the murders, she was definitely probably glad it happened.
Yeah, I can completely understand that.
What do you think about it, Kev?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's so, I don't know. I think they should both. They're both just fucked up. That's all
Yeah, I don't know if the word's bigger liar than him, but she is definitely a narcissist, sociopath, psychopath, possibly.
And that's the thing. She possibly could have been innocent besides trying to help him get to Mexico, but she dug herself deep. Like, she just kept making it worse for her. She did everything wrong every step of the way.
I bet you if she would have turned him in, she could have easily got off those fingerprint charges and shit. Just by saying, I've held his gun before. I mean, doesn't mean I did it. I just held it before. He gave it to me. I was checking it out.
Yeah, and it's just the fact that she has like an attitude and she's kind of a bitch about it. The way she answers everything doesn't really help her at all. Especially those phone calls. As soon as the jury heard that, where she's like, they're going to fucking pay. Like, you're talking about the mother of a girl who was fucking butchered.
Like, what more is she going to pay?
And she didn't even do anything. All right, so before we go on to our closing stuff and our Wildman from Queens clips, we do have some Patreon shout-outs to do. The first one is for our boy, your boy K-Pet. This dude is, he's a fucking bona fide badass. He's been listening for a long time. He supports us on Patreon, and he just upped his pay. He didn't have to do that. That was super cool and super badass of him. I haven't heard from him in a while. Hope he's doing well.
Thank you, K-Pet.
When I did the episode alone about J.R. Smith, he sent us a picture of J.R. Smith's golf cart, and it's funny as shit because it's just a bunch of faces of J.R. Smith on it. Yeah, that's badass. And also, fucking Patreon shout out, a new member, Nick Halls. Hell yeah, thank you, Nick.
Wait, Halls, okay.
Nick Halls, yeah.
Nick Halls of Fame.
Nick Halls of Fame. Fuck yeah, let's say Nick Halls sounds super familiar. Did we go to a school with someone named Nick Hall?
Oh, Nick. No, I don't know.
All right, but anyways, yeah, thanks, man. Everyone that signed up for Patreon like the last week, I will be mailing out stickers tomorrow. So look forward to those. And like I mentioned, there's going to be, hopefully from here on out, one bonus episode a week on Patreon. Me and Toof, we recorded a couple the other day. Those will be going up soon. I'll probably do one. I'll probably put one now, then one next week. And if you have any requests for like shorter cases or things that aren't even crime, like just interesting things that you want us to cover for a bonus episode, we'll do that too. Like I mentioned, the one that I did was a guy his MMA record is like 1-45 or something like that. So of course we got to talk about that, dude. And then Toofs was about Cal Ripken Jr.'s mom getting kidnapped. So we got some good shit on there.
And, you think that's a pretty bad record, but, I mean, I'm sure CM Punk will get a bigger losing streak than that sooner or later. Because at least that guy got one.
Oh. So alrighty. I guess right here, because Toof already recorded a promo, we'll put Toof's wrestling promo in right here.
Oh, yeah. This is the continuation of the promo of the wrestling match of the century, the Mega Powers Collide. Oh yeah, it is John the Wildman from Queens, the Hype Man, the fifth brother, versus the Macho Toof, the Savage. And the Toof isn't one to kick his enemy when he's down, so I'm gonna wish the Wild Man the best of luck in his recovery, because I want him at 100% when we get our showdown. And John, I know you're the Wild Man, you're the cream, and the cream always rises to the top. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck, brother. And I want you to know that I love you.
And now we got some clips for our brother, the Wild Man from Queens, baby. Our fifth member, our fifth brother, our hype man. I was going to make a Kensington Runestone joke, but I don't think that would be funny. I'm just going to play him. You ready?
Yep.
Toof, by the way you describe yourself, Jonathan Davis. This ain't the early 90s. Stop acting like fucking Ric Flair and his enlarged hemorrhoids. Get out his ass and stop biting his fucking style, son. Because when I'm done with that ass, you're going to need to bathe in fucking Preparation H and Astroglide, bro. And you're absolutely right. I can't last a fucking hour in the bedroom because I need a fucking minimum of 3, all right? Once the Wild Man pops, the motherfucking fun don't stop. I mean, until, You know, somebody needs a fucking water break from like fluid loss and to drop their kids off at their mom's house. I've been in with some fucking sketchy broads. But anyway, listen, back to the case. That boy pussy couldn't swallow me whole. I'd throw a fucking harpoon in that shit like a big white whale. Call me Captain Ahab, motherfucker. You're going down. I'll see you in the ring. Staple gun that ass.
Fuck yeah, dude. That was pretty good, too.
Oh my god, that's great.
That was a pretty good one. I got 3 more.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what they are. I don't know if they're more wrestling promos or what. Here we go.
There was this fucking one night, right? I fucking went over to Toof's house, and I mean, the door was fucking open. I don't know what's going on over there. I guess you live in fucking Mayberry. It's safe and shit, but I walked in, I just fucking spin kicked him in the fucking head. Fucking Foot Clan style. I was silent. And there was his computer with some open tabs. And I think I'm continuing a segment he started, but I'm just going to call it Toof's Open Tabs. I don't know, maybe I'm fucking biting that. But what I found was he was on WebMD, and it said, what are these leaky lesions on my penis? The second one was Dungeons and Dragons, how to find other furries to play with me. The third was fucking Ask Jeeves. He was on Ask Jeeves and it said how to find BBC near me. And fucking the last one, I don't know why, but he was on Bing and it says, I have a sloppy boy pussy, am I gay?
Oh, come on, man.
Man.
I will say that. I don't know how he found that D&D furry site where we all became friends.
I think he's the moderator of it.
Nothing but love, man. That was a pretty good one. All right,
Oh,
I got
yeah.
2 more. 2 more.
If you haven't heard by now, the fucking boy's got a Patreon, and you can subscribe for a fucking $1. You get a fucking sticker, and their appreciation, you know, because these guys take time out of their fucking lives every week to bring you a fucking funny podcast. And, you know, over for $5, $5, you get a fucking shout out. Whoop-dee-doo. You get your fucking name read like every fucking idiot. I mean, look at, I'm no better. Look, I bought into the fucking shit. I'm a fucking idiot. I give them like a fucking $1,000 a month. But that's besides the fucking point, all right? The point is, go show them love. Rate, especially rate and review at Apple Podcasts, whatever the fuck it's called. Give them the love and respect they deserve for bringing you this fine fucking show and making you fucking laugh. And have a happy 4th of July and a safe one. You know, don't be crazy with the mayonnaise. Fucking blow your tits off. Be safe, kids.
That was pretty funny.
Did he say be safe with the M80s?
Yeah, don't blow your
okay.
tits off. All right, here we go. Last one.
And who the fuck was that overly sentimental fucking version of John the Wildman from Queens last week? Because that motherfucker, you know, what the fuck, man? Like, he was just overly sentimental. He sounded like he was gonna fucking cry like a little bitch. It's not the way we do things around here, all right? But I just wanted to thank Kevin again. That was fucking kind of you with your fucking cute post. Fucking slap you around a little bit, you know, call you cutie boy, fucking make you wear a sailor hat and kick your ass out because this is the army, son. But, but in all seriousness, fucking thanks to everybody who showed me love. And I appreciate that shit. And thanks again, man. Have a fucking good, safe 4th of July. And like I said, don't blow your fucking fingers, toes, or tits off, all right? Peace.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Wildman from Queens, for all that good shit.
He's onto something with those fingers, toes, and tits. He almost did the... Was it
JPP?
No, the boobs, butts, and...
the B3?
Yeah, that's it.
Boobs, butts, and balls, man.
There we go.
I thought you were going to make a JPP joke. His fucking hand is fucked up.
You down with JPP? Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, I got one hand. You down with JPP? Yeah, I only got one fucking club hand. Everyone Google JPP hand. This guy, he plays for the Giants. Is he still in the Giants?
Buccaneers.
He's on Tampa now. That's right.
He played good last year. He almost had 10 sacks, I think.
I forgot he was in Tampa.
Dude,
But,
his fingers... Oh, okay. Go
yeah,
on.
he blew his fucking fingers up with a firework.
Yeah. His
funny as
fingers
fuck.
look like he just got done fingering my ex-girlfriend with her nasty-ass swamp puss. It's pure acid.
Yeah, dude, he pulled it out like that, looking like fucking Two-Face's face. So, alrighty, I just want to say thank you to everyone that is listening to the show, sharing it with their friends, adding us on social media, and to everyone that has left us a 5-star review on iTunes. That really means a lot to us. It really helps the show out. And if you haven't done that yet, if you could, that would really be super rad. I know it's annoying and it takes time to sign in, and it's kind of a bitch. But yeah, it really means a lot to us. And just wanted to say thank you to everyone that signed up for our Patreon. You're supporting the show, and it's something you don't have to do. And we love you all for it. It's unbelievable. And only a couple more weeks, and your boys are going to be in Chicago at the True Crime Podcast Festival. No Tooth, though, unfortunately, but he will be there in spirit.
I'll say, like in podcast fashion, not all of us are going to be there.
That's true. It is,
but it's just
hard.
Me missing, so it's all good.
I mean, we all work full-time jobs and have families, and it's tough. But, we try to make it. We try to make it work. Unlike Grandpa Bucket and Willy Wonka, we are trying to work. We are trying to give meaning to our lives. Unlike that old fucking bag of dirt who should just fucking croak. All he's doing is spending all the food money on fucking tobacco, so the family has to eat cabbage water.
Did Willy Wonka not kill him during the ride?
During the elevator? No,
yeah.
They all ride away in the elevator.
So he kills most likely innocent kids. They were just assholes.
Yeah.
But the fucking scumbag of the movie lives.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Grandpa Bucket is a piece of shit. He really is.
I wish he would kick his last name.
Oh, God. Grandpa Bucket, dude.
Yeah.
I did like the actor, though.
He was the shit, though. A piece of shit.
Oh, dude. So he died in 1981.
Good. I'm just kidding. I know he was an actor. He was an actor, I know.
So that was forever ago, right?
Yeah.
He was 74 in 1981.
Oh, my God.
This motherfucker was born in 1907. Jack Albertson, Grandpa Bucket, you are old as fuck. He probably saw actual buckets get invented.
Dude, he probably like fucked George Washington's wife with her wooden ass teeth blowjobs.
Dude, he was in Spider-Man 3? No, I'm just joking. Not funny though.
Okay.
Yeah, hey Toof. You want to hit us with some words of wisdom, brother?
Okay. I'm going to read this word for word as is in my little notes thing.
Okay.
Me and Andrew masturbate till we have scabs on our penises. Then we give each other hand jobs. And the first one to quit has to upload the podcast to 20 different websites. Scab it and grab it.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yes. Fuck yes.
And, you don't see me uploading it to anywhere, so it must be Andrew doing all the work.
Alrighty, thank you everyone for listening. Be good.
Stay safe.
And laugh.
At the dark stuff.
Hashtag Wildman.
Hashtag Wild Woman.
Oh. Hashtag B3.
Hashtag thank you Patreon members.
Oh, that was a good one, dude. I like that. Hashtag thank you Mark.
Hashtag boy pussy.
We have so many like podcast favorites. Like there's probably about like 20 people or so that I think of like best friends of the pod. We don't always name them all off.
Yeah.
But if you're one of the ones, like you probably know who I'm talking about because you either are friends with me on Snapchat or Instagram or something like that. But special thanks to you. I hope you're all doing well. And I think about you all a lot. Mostly when I'm... well...
When?
We'll just...
when would you?
When I'm not working or eating or doing podcast stuff.
Oh, okay.
When I'm doing that other thing.
Taking a shit.
All right, I guess that's everything. I'm going to shut her down, okay, Toof?
Oh, yeah.
You'll do it right to celebrate July 4th by throwing a backyard barbecue. Lowe's does it right too with July 4th savings to help get you started. Treat yourself to a new grill and save $50 on a Charbroil Performance 5-burner grill, now just $279. And spruce up your landscape before guests arrive and save in-store only with 5 bags of premium mulch for just $10. Whatever you need to get ready for the holiday, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid through 7/10 while supplies last. U.S. only. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii. You'll do it right to celebrate July 4th by throwing a backyard barbecue. Lowe's does it right too with July 4th savings to help get you started. Treat yourself to a new grill and save $50 on a Charbroil Performance 5-burner grill, now just $279. And spruce up your landscape before guests arrive and save in-store only with 5 bags of premium mulch for just $10. Whatever you need to get ready for the holiday, do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Offers valid through 7/10 while supplies last. U.S. only. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.